Well, hey guys, and welcome again to Into the Night. Today I'm doing another review on a rifle I've been sent. This is the Derya, or Derya. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I was told Derya. So anyway, it's a little lever action 22 rimfire. I think that it's the only 22 rimfire that's available in a lever action with a detachable box magazine. So anyway, let's get it out the box and I'll show you what's inside. 3, 2, go. Okay, so here's what all that comes in the box. We get a manual, user manual for it, a 10 round detachable box magazine, and the rifle itself. It is a Turkish made rifle. I'll just give you a run by of the rifle. I'll start here at the buttstock. You've got a rubberized butt pad on there. We do have some sling points on it. You've got adjustable cheek piece on there, so if you want to put a scope or a red dot or something and you need to get your cheek up a bit higher. This one here is in the bronze finish with the polymer stock versions. They all come with a black stock and a black forend, but the Cerakote on there and the cheek riser and your barrel and everything, you can get it in black, pink, blue, grey, bronze obviously, purple, and I'm pretty sure they might be coming out with a Muddy Girl one, I'm not sure. And also you can get it with a walnut stock and forend as well, so with a black or blued barrels. Could be just a black Cerakote. But anyway, we'll keep going up here. We got you got your hammer, and you can release that with the trigger. You got your lever and the safety. If you can see in there, you cannot pull the trigger unless you actually have that lever actually squeezed right in against the stock, so that you can see there that physically removes that, so the trigger can then be pulled, because without that you can't pull the trigger. So then here you got your magazine release, so that it is right there, pretty much where an AR release is, and operates the same. You just push it in towards the stock and the magazine just drops out. So you do probably have to be mindful that you don't bump that, or the magazine will just drop straight out and you end up losing your magazine. But there are other magazines are available to buy. I think they're around about the $50 mark off the top of my head, and so they're very good feeling quality, solid little polymer magazine with quite a nice feeling spring in them. So also when the magazine is empty, it's got like a last round hold open, so your bolt catches on the magazine follower and doesn't allow it to go closed. But the action of the rifle is you just pull it straight back and straight up, and you just have to remember to fire, you have to have that squeezed, otherwise you can't pull the trigger. Now it comes with 2 Picatinny rails. This one here, if you want to use the open sights, you do have to remove that. They provide that as an option to mount a red dot or a scope or something up on top of the receiver. You got your polymer forend here with also a sling point in the front of that, and you got an 18-inch barrel which has a thread, a 1/2 inch by 28 UNEF thread on the end, and the front sight with a little white dot in it on there. Now this tube under the barrel here, it doesn't serve any purpose whatsoever other than just for looks. So anyway, that's the rifle itself. It is reasonably light. The weight of it without the magazine is about 2.4 kilos. I put this on the scales before and it was exactly 2.5 kilos with the magazine empty. So let's go and take it out to the range and see how she shoots. Okay, because I've never fired a shot through this before I shoot it, I want to first of all make sure it's all clear, which obviously it should be. Now I'll get a bit of G96 and I'll stick up right up the chamber. Just give it a bit of a squirt of that. Now you can use a bore snake, which you drop in the side. Feed that down. If you can see what I'm doing here. I just pull the bore snake through. And there we go. And just a bit of an inspection. It's a bit hard to see because you can't put a rod through from the back here to brush it out that way. So that's where a bore snake comes in very handy. I've only got 4 different types of 22 ammo here at the moment, so I'm going to be trying these ones here on the end. These are the CCI standard velocity 40 grain ones. I have mostly of them because that's what my Chris really likes. Now the next ones here are the Federal 38 grain high velocities. Then we got here these next ones here are the Remington just bucket of bullets, the cheap ones, high velocity ones, hollow points. And this one here they're the CCI Velocitors. So they're like really fast. They're actually a 40 grain projectile with a 1435 feet per second thing. So they're screaming along for a 22. So anyway, they're the 4 different cartridges I'm going to be trying today. So yeah, I'll just show you how to load them in the magazine and we'll get into it. You just push them in, slide them into the back, just like a standard magazine. Hold 10. There you go, she's full. So simple as that. Okay, so we've got the Derya TM22 up here. I'm using my CV Life LPVO scope, which I did a review on. I'll leave a link below as well if you want to go and check the scope out. We'll start off with the CCI standard velocity because that's what I've sighted in for. I got doing 5-shot group at 50 meters. Now we'll start off with the CCIs. I'll aim top left-hand target. Should be all. Last round hold open, I really like that. So you're not thinking you got one in there when you haven't. So I'll now go to the CCI Velocitors. And now for the Federal high velocities. Yep. Last strand hold open. And now the last group we'll test is the Remington bucket of bullets and just see how they group. I'll go to the middle target, this one. And there we go. So if I have a look at the target here, probably our best group was the CCIs, the standard velocity and the velocitors. Okay, so I've put the red dot, this is a Civi Life red dot on top of the little Derya TM22, and I've got some cans down there at 30 metres, and it's going to go and have a bit of fun. Go from left to right. Quite a good little gun. Quite good to use off the shoulder. Pretty accurate. 30 metres. And the action seems to be very reliable. I haven't had any trouble whatsoever with the feeding. So yeah, let's go and have a look at some of the footage. Okay, I'm just going to wrap up my final thoughts on the little Derya, what is it, TM22. Now, to give my honest thoughts, when I first pulled it out the box, I did think it felt quite cheap, but after using it, I've changed my thoughts on it. It's actually a very nice little 22. The one thing that I did feel, because I haven't had a lot of experience with lever actions before, but the action of it, it's not like something I was really used to, but there's not really any slop in the movement of it, but it's actually quite almost buttery and fairly smooth, but fairly loose as well. Like you can shake it, but it's just the bolt moving backwards and forwards, and it locks into place, and it's really good. Now, I'll start off with the cons of it. If you do want to use the open sights, the rear sight on the back here, is not adjustable. So you can adjust the elevation, but you haven't got any windage adjustment. But it was shooting reasonably well out to 20 metres or so, what I tried it at, but I'm not going to use the open sights. So that's why I put the red dot on it, and it's really, really good with that. The other thing that it's not really a con, but it just going to take a bit of getting used to, is when you cycle the safety of it. You actually have to remember to be squeezing that in. Sometimes you can pinch your finger a bit in there when you do squeeze it, but it's just something you just be conscious of when you cycle the action. Pull it up and make sure it's squeezed in, otherwise you can't pull the trigger. So that's the only two things I can think of. If you do have long arms and like me, the length of pull for this cheek rest, it is, see, for me it's sort of, the length of pull is too short, but yeah, it is possible. I've talked to Hunts, they can buy new other spaces to put in here to actually lengthen your length of pull, but I don't really need the cheek rest on it at the moment. It's comfortable to shoot just like that, and it fits me quite good. Now, it's a really nice light little gun. It's only 2.5 kilos. Out of all the ammo I tested in it, I didn't have any feeding issues whatsoever, and wasn't ammo fussy like some rifles can be. It's just very reliable in the action, no troubles whatsoever. It ejects them fine, feeds them fine. Now the magazine, this being the first little lever action 22 with a box magazine, detachable box magazine, it's a really good little magazine. It's very tough. It is a polymer type, like a plastic stuff. It is a very tough magazine, but it clips in there very positively, and it's a really comfortable spot to have the magazine catch, just similar to an AR magazine release. But you do just have to be careful you don't bump that, because it just falls out. I'm not sure whether that was on camera, but you just touch it and it falls out. Yeah, so that sort of pretty much wraps it up. It is a very nice little rifle. Well, the price of it, the current retail price when I do this video, it is retailing for $925. So if you are interested in looking at one, go and ask your local dealer. If you want to look into it more, go and check out Hunt's website. I'll leave a link below. Anyway, I'll leave the video at that. It is a very nice rifle and I'm very happy with it. So go and check them out, and I'll catch you in the next video.